Does riding a motorcycle bring you closer? Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome to Motorcycle Den. And we were wondering, does riding a motorcycle bring you closer together? I think that riding a motorcycle definitely brings you closer together. Now, I know there's all kinds of scenarios, but for us, we ride two up, and I think it brings us a lot closer together. Now, I mean, maybe some of you just don't want that. Maybe you're like, I'm close enough to them, and I don't want to be any closer. But
there really is people like that.
Oh no, I know.
Like, I see them enough.
Yeah.
And that's on both sides.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've heard men say it, and I've heard women say it.
Yeah, we've heard both. I definitely think it's a great thing for a marriage. Now, if each one of you are riding your own bike, I don't think it's going to have the same effect. I'm not saying it doesn't build a connection, and...
Well, too, because if you have intercoms, you can still talk.
Oh, that's true.
But I'm touching you the whole time, too.
So,
there's the closest when you're touching.
There is. So, if each of you ride a separate bike, I could see that. I mean, if you both have intercoms, I mean, there's going to be a bond there because each one of you know what the other one is feeling in a way, you know, as both of you being riders. But for us, riding two up, for one, I think there's a huge trust factor that the passenger has.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a little bit of insanity there.
What?
If you're my passenger, I'm just saying.
Hey, you married me.
I don't want to go this direction, but there is a responsibility as a rider, as a passenger. Probably should think about it, but I try not to even dwell on that or even really think about it much. I mean, I know it's there, but I don't know. We'll just let that be.
Well, you're protective over me all the time, though.
I mean, obviously, no one wants to wreck. Sometimes I ride a little faster than I probably should to up. Not that I'm riding like extremely dangerous. If I were to be completely honest, I mean, obviously, the slower you ride, for the most part, the safer it's going to be.
I don't think you ride too fast.
We enjoy corners and stuff, but I don't know. I mean,
but I'm also used to it.
To what extent is too fast? I mean, you know, as long as you're riding within your means and not to the limit. You know.
Well, too, if you're scaring your passenger, you're going too fast.
Well, and that's not bringing you closer together.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
basically, the guy who does that has proven he's a moron.
You've got to show the passenger respect. Yeah, if they're uncomfortable the whole time, that's not going to bring you closer together. But we have intercoms, and I think that is the biggest thing. I mean, if you know, hey, if you don't want to hear your wife talk, honestly, leave her at home. Why take them along if you don't even want to talk to them? You hear a lot of people say, well, I don't want to listen to my wife. Well, those people are usually people that their wives don't want to ride with them. That's why they're saying that. Not because they don't want their wife to ride with them. And I know there's going to be people that disagree. But you know the men out there that act like, you know, all macho and I just leave my wife at home, this and that. It's a show. But I do think that it brings me and Mrs. Den a lot closer together. I mean, we talk all day long, and about just numerous things, you know. It's me and her. You know, when we're out on the road, and there's something about being on a motorcycle, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, but there's just something about being on the bike that I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a great feeling of being out almost in one with nature, and you're spending a whole day together, or maybe just an evening. But like if you're out on a Saturday, you're spending all day with them. You I think there's a quality bonding there that you just don't get when you're doing other activities. That's my take. What do you think, Mrs. Den?
I think that's true.
How would you describe it?
Well, I knew when we met, this was a huge passion for you. I knew that. And I also knew if I wanted to spend time with you, I needed to go. You were going to be gone all day. You know what I mean? So with us going together, and this is kind of like our thing, we get quality time that, you know, if we didn't go together, we wouldn't have. You know what I mean? I would never expect you to give the bike up. So I go with you. I love the bike. I love to travel. I like, you know, we're riding along and we see something, we point it out to each other. We get to experience a lot together that a lot of couples, I think, don't get to do. And two, there is a trust factor. And I also think he likes being reminded that I do trust him. Every time I get on a bike, I'm putting my life in his hands. And he knows that I trust him. You know, to protect me and stuff. Two, I also like, he'll put his hand, like on my leg sometimes. You know what I mean? I know it may sound weird, but it's kind of a romantic gesture. I like that. And, you know, and I, you know, there's a lot of people, it's like women want this and that. Women want to be protected. They want a guy that they know they can count on. When you're on the bike, you kind of get both of those without actually saying a word. But we talk about everything and nothing on the bike. You know, granted we're husband and wife, but we're also really, really good friends. You know, he's my best friend. So I can spend that time with my best friend, which I love. Two, I like knowing that he wants to include me in something that he loves. You know what I mean? From the get-go, he wanted me to go. And I was scared to death. I held on for dear life. And we went. And he listened to me, and I learned to trust him more and more. Because we met in January. By April, we were riding. I mean, we see people we haven't seen, and they're like, you guys still riding together? You know, where you been? I've been seeing you online, you know, all these different places you've been. Where you going next? And it's kind of, I think people associate us with the motorcycle. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's the reality of it. Which I'm kind of glad. I like it. Two, there's no distraction. There's no computers, no phone, no TV. It's just us, kind of us against the world kind of thing. I kind of like that.
I think it's a great thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if your passenger can build that trust in you and ride with you, I think it's a great way to grow closer together.
Yep.
So let us know how you guys feel about it. Please comment down below, and we will talk to you guys later. See ya.